and I got a nice little eagle-eye view here for what's going to be the inaugural flight of our little gunship, which we haven't named yet. Do you want to give it a name, Evan?
No.
Okay, we have to give it a name. So we're going to start off just by lifting it up out of the hangar. So when you're ready, Evan.
Okay, here we go.
Everything okay?
I think so.
Okay, so I see it moving. I'm a little bit far away, so it's a little glitchy in rendering, but you can see it lifting out of the hangar. This is approximately max speed for this thing now, because frame motors are not particularly built for speed. They're built for kind of like to move things consistently. So this is how fast you can expect it to move. And this is almost all the way out now. Evan's bouncing around there. One thing to note here is that while trying to stand on this thing while it's moving is incredibly difficult. It will kick you off and push you around. If there's a block next to you, it's probably going to throw you off. It's what's the word I'm looking for?
If you're prone to motion sickness,
if you're
not
prone,
the best.
Agreed. Okay, so I think I'm in actually a pretty good spot to demonstrate some things, because I don't think any of the forward cannons can hit me from here because I'm centered. So, do you want to try firing the forward cannons?
Sure.
Okay, sorry about that. Couple of technical difficulties, but we're back now. So, what we're going to do is we're going to get ready for a live fire exercise, I guess you call it. We're going to test the cannons, all of them. There's a total of 16 horizontal ones and 1 vertical one. So, to begin, we need to actually put ammunition in these things because they are dry. So this is where these sorting machines come in. The chest is full of TNT carts, and if we go down below, or if we look down below, we see our resupply station, which I'm going to turn it on, and this is going to pump all of these reserves into these ender chests as we need them. Okay, so that will get into the ender chest, but now we need to get it into the system. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our sorting machine, this is the default configuration for what the sorting machine looks like, and we're going to change the bottom button back 1 to this mode. I forget what this mode is called, but it's the one we want. And the top button is going to be changed to this. This is auto pulse. And now the sorting machine is auto pulsing, pulling stacks out. And you can see loads and loads of TNT carts. How beautiful is that? And you can see them moving through the pipes. Cart dispensers are filling up. The back dispensers will fill up faster just because they're closer to the network, and the forward right one here will fill up last because it's farthest away from the entry point. So also, now that we've gotten that one, we're going to go over here. There's a sorting machine right beside this this ender chest. So if I go underneath, I'm wearing my trusty jetpack. We have a sorting machine, which is going to be pulling TNT out and putting it into that dispenser, or that deployer. So if I get up to the top here in hover mode, which I never use, thank you very much, everything. I hate hover mode. You can actually access the ender chest from here, but you can also access this sorting machine from here. And we're going to put the sorting machine in the same mode. We're going to go backwards 1 here into this mode, and we're going to go auto pulse. Now, TNT is coming out of this and loading up the deployer underneath. The deployer will be placing the TNT immediately next to a redstone torch, which causes it to drop instantaneously. So I just saw some more carts going through. This stuff is filling up. How are the cannons over here looking, Evan?
They're full.
Excellent. We have the front 2 are the last ones then. So we just gotta wait for the last couple of TNT carts. Now the sorting machine will of course send a lot of TNT carts, more than the system can actually hold, and then it'll just backlog on the rest of them. The resupply timer that we have set here is set slowly. It's only set to 8 seconds because once you're running the gunship, you don't need to reload it very often. The initial reload is, or the initial loading is a little bit more time consuming. But that should be all of them now. It should be just about, okay, there we go. It's finished, so we're ready to demo the cannons. So I'm going to go to my perch that I made earlier, and we're going to watch if I can get on here safely. Okay, so I think get some clear skies, and we're going to shoot towards the direction of the rising sun. Okay, so I believe I'm in position. I hope I'm in position. When ready,
Cannons are ready.
Evan is going to fire the cannons. That was really close.
Yeah.
So those are the...
Wanna...
Do what?
Oh, I don't have my crowbar.
Here, I have one.
It's going to decrease the...
So now Evan is going to calibrate. He's going to try to make them explode right next to me.
I'll try this.
And this is some of the calibration that you can do. Is he's just modifying the delay on the priming tracks, which is, what's the default delay, Evan?
80 ticks.
80 ticks, which is 4 seconds. And he's going to change it to probably 20, 30 ticks. That was a good shot. The very first one knocked me off.
Yeah, that was, the first one was 35 ticks, which was pretty close.
That was really close. Unfortunately, it exploded a little bit behind me, and I think if it exploded just a little bit less than 35 ticks, maybe even like 32 or 33, probably would have killed me. Oh, that did a lot of damage. The first one did most of my health. The second one did a little bit more, or a little bit less than half of it, or whatever. Anyway, the fall killed me though, so you don't get any points for that. Okay, so let's test fire the other cannons as well, just to demonstrate the whole thing. So which ones do you want to fire next, Evan?
Let's do a... I don't know what it's called when you shoot all the way around.
It doesn't actually have one that shoots everywhere.
Right, but I can just put in 4 commands.
Yeah. So which side are you shooting?
Forward.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Can't put a whole bunch of commands in at once.
No, it's the fire program as it is only gives one direction, and then you list the cannons you want to fire. You can fire more than one cannon. You can fire a cannon more than once, and you can fire the cannons out of turn. So what you can do is just spam 1, 2, 3, 4 in various different orders.
Right, yeah. So this one...
So he's firing to the left?
To the left, yeah.
This is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And he's firing...
And 4, and 4. Yeah.
Okay, so you want to fire the rear ones?
Sure.
You can fire the rear with rear, or I think you can fire them with back.
Okay.
If you look at the script, you can see what commands are allowed, exactly how you have to refer to the cannons. So he's firing the back 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1. You didn't fire 3 or 4?
No.
Okay. Do you want to fire 3 and 4 just to demonstrate that they work?
Sure, yeah.
There's 3, and there's 4, 4, 4. Okay, so now we'll fire the right cannons. This one's going to be interesting because they're not going to be high enough to hit the gunship over there, but they are going to hit that island. Okay, now I think I'm gonna show firing from the terminal so that Evan can watch this and so that I can show you guys how this is done. And I mean, you can see all the commands that he's run before: firing forward, firing rear, firing right. So we're gonna say fire right, and we're gonna list the cannons we want. So we want to go 4, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 3, 3, 4, 4, 3, 1, 2. Enter. And it says firing right. And then you see all the TNT carts just flying away as Evan explodes. That's the second time today, isn't it?
I kind of tried to fly into that one.
And you can also see that this is a horribly inefficient and horribly elaborate mining technique. Just gonna go magnet mode and collect all the loot. Oh, I got your boots. Or, no I don't.
That's okay.
Oh, there we go, I got them now. What do I have? I probably have a bunch of your stuff. I have your boots, some wireless receivers that you have for some reason. I have your gravel and your copper ore that you left at the bottom of that crater. So that demonstrates all the horizontal cannons. However, there is one extra cannon that we need to demonstrate. In order to do this, we're going to get the ship away from the dock. So we're going to move it forward about 20 blocks. Let's say 20. So I'm going to say fly forward and 20. And this is going to, you can also just say fly forward to move it 1. So I'm going to say fly forward 20, and this is going to run the forward sequence 20 times. The forward sequence, if you watch from the front, you can see the frame motors moving. If I can keep stable. I really should have just had hover mode on all the time. Okay, and I think the computer encountered a problem. Yeah. This parallel 22 AYS that the computer encounters on occasion, I've seen it recently. It doesn't seem to be too much of a problem because you can just restart the computer. I'm not sure exactly what causes it though. I'll have to get back to you on that. So this is also simultaneously a demonstration of the forward engine. Of the scripts that are supplied for the gunship, there are 3 of them. There's a fly script, which just does this. It causes the frame motors to move. There's a fire script, which we demonstrated earlier, that launches all TNT cannons. And there's one more that is supplied. It's called a test flight. And did this thing just lock up again? The test flight script just runs a series of fly commands to demonstrate that it does what it does. Fly forward 10. I believe the parallel AYS error has to do with running something too many times. So before we were doing this, we built this one and we did a brief test flight on it. So it executed quite a bit of instructions. And from what I can tell, the parallel thing comes up more often whenever you do more stuff with these Computercraft. It's not Computercraft and it's not Redpower, it's like some combination of the two. Okay, but we're clear of the hangar, so let's do something. So I'm going to come down here to get a nice little angle. And do you want to fire the TNT dropper?
Sure.
This is going to land in the water, of course. It's not going to do any damage. Okay, so whenever you're ready, it's fire down and then the number of times you want to fire.
Okay, right.
There's a small bug in the fire program where if you just say fire down, it doesn't know that you want to fire it once. So you have to say fire down 1. The delay between them has been calibrated slightly in an attempt to make sure that that you don't blow up the gunship itself. Because if you did fire down and drop TNT really quickly, you could inadvertently cause like you could inadvertently launch one of the TNT into your gunship to destroy it. So that's why there's such a delay on the TNT dropper. You can calibrate it in the script. If you are using your gunship from high altitudes at all times, then you could reduce it and make it fire very fast. You can also see if you look very closely. I can't see it there anymore. Do you want to fire that again, Evan?
Sure.
If we look very closely, you'll be able to see TNT coming out of the sorting machine to reload it. So this thing is a force to be reckoned with. And one of the interesting little stats that I was talking to about Evan earlier is the depth that this thing is capable of. So most of my test builds, when I was practicing the construction, I built the gunship at a height of about y = 90. So what's it at right now, Evan?
Yeah, 93.
Is that 93?
Cannon's a little lower.
Okay, yeah. So the deck is around 90. The whole thing is around 90, and it's dropping TNT from there. And if it weren't for this water, of course the water suppresses the explosion, but if you try to use this as a mining, as a mining machine to dig straight down, from a height of 90, you can get almost all the way to diamond layer. I think it goes all the way down to about 20 or maybe a little bit lower. So this is an incredibly inefficient and elaborate mining machine. But more so, it's a war machine. The only thing it's missing is an army of turtles that can be deployed on in an instant. So this wraps up pretty much everything. This video kind of started to run a bit long at the end there. I think another note here is that you may want to put covers on the ends of these little launchers so that the gunship doesn't catch on things. You can put covers underneath as well to stylize it. I found that obsidian covers made it look very dark and foreboding. What else?
I think that's good. This is a nice build, Jason.
Thank you. I had a lot of fun doing the initial designs and all the several layers of prototyping, and just this evolution of it I think is just the best because the tube frames added so much that just couldn't be done with the original design.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Schematica file, the Schematica schematic for 147 will be supplied in the description. There will be a download link for it. There will also be a download link for the Computercraft scripts, all 3 of them. And I'm also going to give a download of this world before we built anything. So it'll just be the empty hangar with these supplies. You'll have the chest full of materials you need to build it, so you can use that as a reference. You'll have all the reference recipes. You'll have the TNT recharge station. This gunship over there won't be there. Don't worry. These chests will be full. And also as a bonus we have spare chests here. So each chest is a fully functioning gunship in component parts. So this world download, the schematic file, and the Computercraft scripts will all be supplied in the description. You didn't take any fall damage.
I have my jetpack on.
Yeah, mine's almost dead. Okay, so thank you for coming to watch us, and thank you, Evan, for coming to help me build this.
Thank you for inviting me. It was fun.
I had a great time too. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.